sometimes you got to get up and embrace the grind. What is up, DTL Universe? It is your boy, the coach, and I got to be honest with you. I walked in my door yesterday after the movie set, just like all movie stars do, 2 hours ago. We shot all day. We shot all night, but we are here. So don't tell me you can't get out of bed in the morning and do something, because we all do it. It's going to be a glorious Friday here in the universe. We're here every single weekday. For those of you who are new, at 10 a.m. Eastern time, on demand on the weekends, same time every single day. Now, we got a lot to get to, because tonight the NHL playoffs, they continue. We'll talk all about that. We got your best bets across the board at MLB and also Euros 2024. But before we look forward, as always, we must look back. And yesterday, oh, my man Seabass never liked to have 2 pushes. DG coming through strong, and it'll be a bounce-back day. What a frustrating day in Euros 2024. Big Cheesy waiting for my Hollywood star. You kidding me right now? It's a lock. Lock it down. Now, the star of this show right here, my partner, my 5-tool player. Let's bring in my main man, always grinding with that big old fat smile that I love so very much. AB, I need to pick me up today, kid. I'll be honest with you. Good morning.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, crew. Look, here, the pick-me-up is this, that Hollywood star. Go ahead and put that on the recap. Minus 105 coming in. Let's go.
Well, I tell
How
you
did
what,
it go?
fun.
I know that it was a long time, but, how did it go? Everything go well?
It was great. It was great. We shot from early morning. We didn't get done shooting till 2 a.m., and it's about an hour and a half away from my house in downtown LA. This really gritty, grimy place. People will see it when we release it. They also want DTL. They have 5 movies in the works coming forward. They want us to do our show live from the set moving forward. So we're going to add that to our repertoire. So it was really cool. It was really cool.
All right.
But
That's
I'm trying
what
to
we
figure
need.
out.
Hey, we need us, Los Angeles. Let's go.
I said bring in the whole crew. Put everybody on the film, except for Big Cheesy, of course. We're never going to put him in the film, but, everybody else is good to go. All right, it's going to be a big weekend. Tomorrow, Game 1 of the championship series at the College World Series. I know you're cooking up something. What do we got?
We are going live 7 p.m. Eastern. All right.
Okay.
Texas A&M versus Tennessee. We're going to break down everything that you need to know. Everything. I've seen both of these teams play all year long. I know them inside and out. A&M, the visiting team. Tennessee, the home team. We're going to break down the weather. All of it. Everything you need to know. 7 p.m. Eastern.
I absolutely turn on your notifications. If you're not subscribing to our channel, please do so you don't miss one single second of what AB does and puts all that time into. And by the way, the other day, that Florida game, everything happened. The home runs, the team totals, all that. But you had to be watching live to get it. That's what we're talking about. All right, AB. I'm looking at the chat. Okay. Thank you, producer man. What is the Howie Schwab? By the way, I'm wearing my I Am a Howie's Homie sweatshirt today. What are our selections today, sir?
There we are. Look, Howie loves championships too. All right. And we're looking at Game 6, Stanley Cup final. You go Panthers money line plus 100, Oilers money line minus 120, over 5.5, or under 5.5. Polls in the chat. Vote now, and we'll update as we always do at the end of the show.
AB, do you realize that we are breaking up happy homes here at DTL?
Already?
Yeah. Brian in the chat says, wife wanted to go out to eat tomorrow night. I said no. I got a date with AB at 7. Oh, AB, breaking up marriages now too.
Hey, I'll tell you what. I'll call Uber Eats, all right? Tell her that pick whatever she wants. We'll get it sent over, all right? You take care of that. We'll have it on there. Or you could just, hide your phone at the restaurant table.
Yeah, just kind of look at,
hey, it's real quick, Coach. Mark in the chat asked, where do you find weather information for college baseball?
Okay.
So I want to answer this question real quick. We'll go tomorrow night. We'll go way more in depth with it. But essentially, what you want to look for, all right, is where the wind is blowing. Okay. So Omaha, Nebraska, right? If I just put up a fist right here, okay, towards the microphone, all right, is center field. All right. The fist right here, that's home plate. So when you look at a map, all right, when you're just looking at it straight, all right, that's where it sits. What you want to look for is the wind, where it's blowing from. That's how they measure it, right? When they say south, southeast, 20 miles per hour, that means that the wind is coming from the southeast. That means that south, southeast is blowing in to center field towards home plate. Northwest is blowing out towards center field. So southeast means take it unders because that wind is blowing all the way in. Northeast or northwest, I'm sorry, means it's all blowing out. So we'll go into it more, but I just want to hopefully that made a little bit of sense of where it is. Also, what you want to look for is the humidity percentage. If it's over 70%, there are going to be 9,000 home runs. If it's 60%,
only 8,000. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, go to windy.com, WINDY, windy.com, and it will literally show you in real time and projected future of exactly where the wind is blowing. Windy.com. It's the best there is.
Okay. I can't imagine going more in depth than what we just did, but
I'll
be here at 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night. I guarantee.
We'll go way more in depth.
Yeah, okay. All right. Very good. By the way, our numbers guy, he's not here on Fridays, but he is always in the chat because he grinds with all of you. Raphael is in the chat. Any questions for him? Put them in the chat. I see a lot of you talking about WNBA. He is one of our gurus. He will answer them for you in real time. Now, our crew is ready. They are waiting. So, AB, if you don't mind, it is time for the picks. All right, and look at these beautiful faces. By the way, forgot to remind people today, 11 a.m. Eastern, big announcement right here on our socials for BTT. New episode drops today around 3 p.m. Eastern with Lisa Marie. You don't want to miss that. So it's going to be awesome. All right, gentlemen, it is great to see you. So it begs the question, who gets the 15 seconds today? Because I was kind of out of pocket yesterday. I see a couple of pushes. I see 1 and 2. So today I'm making the executive decision. Nobody gets the 15 seconds of fame. You got to earn it. So, DG, I'm going to start with you to say thank you for stepping in on short notice yesterday. How are you this morning, sir?
No.
Am I unmuted now? There we go.
Yeah, you are. You have to do it yourself.
He just unmuted me. All right. So, listen, good morning. I want to give a shout out to my wife. I shared on a personal level something I had done yesterday. Anyway, the welcome home gift that she gave was spot on. It was clutch. So shout out to the wife for sure.
So you're going to say that without even explaining what the hell the welcome home. Thank you, Soupy. I know. It's like, what the hell was that?
It's a personal thing, Coach.
You posted it or you sent it on an email chain. I know that. I saw it. So it can't be that person, but that's okay. That's okay. All right. He is his nemesis. They are rivals. They stand toe-to-toe every single day. Plus, he's got the best beard in the game. Soupy, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, crew. Good morning. It's Travelers Weekend, and it wouldn't be Travelers Weekend without a essential heat wave. It is always hot during Travelers Weekend, and I have been to many Travelers Championships, and I may or may not have gotten heat stroke once or twice at the Travelers Championship. This actually is going to be the first time I'm not going because it is unbearably hot here in Connecticut.
It was our home game. It was my favorite tournament, 20 minutes from my house that I literally just sold like 6 months ago. But producer, man, he's going to be in attendance today. I was able to hook him up from the Boston PGA Tour, so he'll go in stead of you there, Soupy.
Drink plenty of water.
Now, Charles, let me come over to you because you have been unbelievably successful in all of these soccer events. Copa America last night. And again, I was out of pocket, but I watched the highlights. When was the last time that Lionel Messi missed 2 breakaways? So we can't cash the over in that game last night, sir?
Last night. Hey, Coach, but I got some better news for you. Ukraine goal 1-1.
Let's go! BTTS! If you follow us on social media, we all just cast right here live on the show. That is a great news for me because I was like, if they don't score today, I may be done with Euros 2024. But alas, we've got 2 more games today. So, Charles, I would love to start right there at noon Eastern time. We've got, let me check my notes, Poland, Austria. Let's go.
Yeah, Coach, we have the makings of a real barn burner in Group D with 2 countries desperate for points. Poland also get an additional boost with their star striker, Robert Lewandowski, back from injury. And despite the Eagles only averaging 0.17 goals on the road this year, they still have a should be full of confidence at full strength. Austria, on the other hand, come in as the betting favorites. And even after losing to France last week, the Austrians have only lost 2 of their last 17 fixtures and averaged 1.17 goals. And in 2024, I've broken this match down several ways, and I just keep seeing both teams getting on the scoreboard. So keeping with the theme of the tournament so far, I'm going right back to the both teams to score, which have cashed now 12 of 19 games and counting.
12 of 19 games. That sounds like something AB would do in the College World Series. Stop it right there. Now, AB, by the way, we pride ourselves on being a team, right? We would never throw anybody under the bus, would we, AB? Not in a million years, would we?
Never, sir.
Well, we better watch that never word, because as I'm looking into the chat, as I'm listening to Charles, guess who writes this? Producer man, set me up with the mute button. Who do you think wrote that, AB?
That's like coming after the government. Better watch out.
But here's the problem with that statement. Producer man does not control the mute buttons here on DTL. You control your own mute buttons here on DTL. So he's throwing somebody on the bus for something he did, DG.
That's even worse.
Thank you, AB.
Somebody's asking for a tax audit.
So, DG, you want to throw people under the bus? How about we cash a ticket at exactly the same time? You're up, sir.
All right, we're going to go back to the walks parlay here. And excuse me, is this thing on? Yes, it is. All right, as yesterday we hit with the walks parlay, we're going to hit again. Taiwan Walker, he has hit 2+ walks in 5 of his last 6. He's actually had 14 walks in his last 6 games. Going against an Arizona team that ranks 4th against walks drawn versus right-handed pitching. I like him to get 2+ here. Trevor Rogers, another 2+ guy, 8 of his last 9 games. He missed this last game going against Washington, who doesn't do a good job at drawing walks. Against a Seattle team, they've drawn 2+ walks 8 out of the last 9 games going against starting left-handed pitching. They're 9th against left-handed pitching overall. I like both these guys to get their 2+ walks at plus money, plus 140. We love it, Coach.
Absolutely love it. And guess who loves you? Big Cheesy says DG is a great host. It's so funny he texted that at that time, because I literally just got a text from Z-Man. Let me see what Z-Man says. Coach, schedule opened up. Good to host in. Oh, cool. Good to host any day. All right. That's awesome. That's awesome. Fantastic. By the way, your boy Randall Mims, AB, says easy with those tax audit jokes.
Yeah. They start looking once you get up. Mims Force 1 and a Mims Force 2. The alphabet boys start to notice.
No doubt about that. All right, we're changing up just a little bit. We're coming over to AB, because AB, you have your focus, since the College World Series is until Saturday. But today, it's going to be hot across the country. There could be runs in a lot of games. Which two are you focused on?
The Phillies have an opportunity here, a very good opportunity, to get to 4 runs first. Now, they have an excellent pitching matchup. That said, they're coming off of a pretty warm day. But I believe that they are going to get after it offensively and get to 4 runs first. That's why we're going to take them at plus 105. Next, we are going to take the Royals and the Rangers, both teams to score 3+ runs, also at plus 105. I do not know who's going to win between the Royals and the Rangers, quite frankly. I can't trust either of them. Every time you think they're going to be good, they do bad. Every time you think they're bad, they do good, right? Like, it's difficult. But I do think and know that they have a great shot at both getting to 3 runs or more in this game. So that's why we're going to take it, both of them at plus money.
The Royals just made the Oakland A's look like they were World Series champions over that course of that.
Like, it's so difficult, man. Like, it's just so difficult.
I hate what's happening, but AB, I would be lying if I said I didn't enjoy pissed off AB when Major League Baseball doesn't do anything they're supposed to do. It's my favorite AB. It's my favorite AB.
It drives me nuts. You're just like, what? Like you just said, you're like, you lost 8-0 to the A's. Like, what? Did you just quit? Like, what? I know.
By the way, Greg wins line of the day. If you watch every single day, you'll know how funny this is. Greg says, Z-Man just said that DG sucks. That's the line of the
that was
day.
great.
If you know, you know. If you know, you know. All right. So AB's gone. My man DG has gone. Charles is waiting in the wings. So super. No, he's not waiting in the wings. Because guess what? There is no Kylian Mbappe today either, as we come back to you for France. So what do when arguably the best player in the world is reportedly not going to play despite having been fitted with a mask? You have a couple of plays in this game. Charles, back to you.
Yeah, the marquee match on the card takes place in Leipzig when the Netherlands look to shock the mighty Le Bleu side and increase their chances of winning the group. The Flying Dutchmen have also been lethal during their travels this year, averaging 2.4 team goals. France, as you stated, could be without Mbappe, which at last check it was unknown, but he could still be out. But the Frenchmen are a loaded squad, still averaging 1.5 team goals on the road this year. The Netherlands are no joke, able to stack up against any team in the world, and I expect them to get out to an early start with the Netherlands. First half team total over 0.5, while I still project France to score as well, so we'll also add the both teams to score. I could see 1-1 at worst, but I'm really liking a 2-1 Netherlands. I would love to see that scoreline.
I would love to see that scoreline. It really feels like there's a lot of people that are in bad moods today. I'm not one of them. I'm feeling great. I operate great on 1 hour of sleep. But man, Soupy, as I come over to you, big boy, the disrespect in the chat is palpable. It's a big word for you, DG. So Greg, as we have the recap screen up on the page and Soupy is already on the over, Greg says, hey, DG, does your hockey source like the over 5.5? As if, Soupy, your explanation is not going to be good enough. Your thoughts?
Well, shout out to Better Days Ahead, who challenged me on that over in the last game. And, yes. Yes.
Mark.
So,
Mark.
You know it's going to be a good retort when you answer your own question.
That's so true. That is so true.
So,
all right, Soupy, what do you got?
So the reason why this game is starting to go over because the Oilers have finally figured it out. And I mapped it out really quick. Just letting you know this is how. Wait a minute. I guess I might have forgotten the map. But what the Oilers are doing is they are getting the puck out of the neutral zone as quick as possible. They are playing it in the circles on the corners. They're getting away from the Panthers defensemen, and it has been working. You saw Connor McDavid braze through from his own zone to the Panthers zone, get that goal. Same thing with Corey Perry in the power play goal. They are just playing absolutely well right now. I think they're going to be able to score. And the Panthers have been able to score in the last game. I never trust Stuart Skinner. He can have an incredible game, but then he can absolutely fumble. So I'm going to stick with the high-scoring game in this. And now we're going to go to the dime, the Dodgers and the Angels. Of course, the battle in LA. I always think it's worth they're only going to play 2 games. No game on Sunday, but whatever. No Mookie, no problem for the Dodgers. Ohtani's been hitting in the leadoff. He went 9 for 18, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs against Colorado. Now they're going from the Colorado that's last in ERA to the Angels that are 28th in ERA and going against Patrick Sandoval, who's a 6.49 ERA in his last 5 starts. Dodgers have the second best run scoring per game, and it doesn't matter if they don't get to Sandoval. They get the Angels, who have the second worst bullpen ERA.
So, Soupy, I got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That sign was a little embarrassing. Embarrassing.
I know. I forgot my wife wrote me a note this morning. She loves to encourage me when I'm doing the show. It sucks.
I mean, it's cute.
Yeah.
Supportive marriages. We're not really all about those here at DTO.
Yeah.
However, this is so great. I love doing this show so much. By the way, Goat's Headful says, Coach, it was effing hot yesterday, especially on the golf course. Set my mood. What have I told all of you lazy people out there who just tune in for the incredible recap screen that AB and producer man always make? I say you got to watch live. So I have 3 live plays right here, right now, round 2. Now, how they're doing the Travelers, Soupy already brought it up. It's a signature event. So instead of 1st and 10, They're going all the way through. Everybody's teeing off from the first. So that's why there's so many tee times today at the Travelers. So I got 3 plays, found all 3 of these head-to-head matchups round 2 at DraftKings, and they're all going to cash. I can't believe we're getting these numbers. Sahith Theegala, minus 120 over Sepp Straka. Yesterday, personally, I bought the half a stroke because you can do that, and I cashed him because he shot even with Straka. I think he beats him here today. JT Poston, minus 135 over Jason Day. Jason Day can't even figure out what he wants to wear to play golf, let alone score in the game of golf. So I love Poston, who shot well under par yesterday. And the last one, Wyndham Clark. He figured it out yesterday over Jordan Spieth. The best Jordan Spieth can shoot is even or -1 right now. So I love those 3 plays. The Theegala over Straka, Poston over Day, Wyndham Clark over Jordan Spieth. It pays to watch live. All right, everybody has gone. But yesterday, as I was beginning my movie career, my phone's just starting to go off. And I was like, have they really waited this long for something that DTL talked about 3 weeks ago? The answer is yes. But how does it affect things moving forward? It's time to educate, entertain. All right, so before yesterday's announcement, the Lakers were plus 3,500 to win it all. They make this announcement, and their future ticket, AB, changed to, let me check my notes, plus 3,500 to win it all. It didn't move one single nickel. So J.J. Redick, just like we talked about here on the show, AB, he didn't get 6 years, $70 million. No. He got 4 years and whatever they're going to pay him. It's not $70 million. But now all of the wheels are starting to move. LeBron James reported this morning that he will opt out of his contract to become an unrestricted free agent. So this whole circus is going to begin. Do you agree with the Lakers and putting big-time coaches, what they say, around J.J. Redick to change the franchise? Your take, AB.
The payment that he's receiving for his podcast is going to be a Manscaped commercial that comes at the beginning, and then a hymns, which is on every single podcast ever. No. Look, LeBron got his way. LeBron got what he wanted. Here's what gets annoying to me, because look, I like JJ Redick, and I think that the NBA is a place where you could the strategy you just said. All right, have a guy like that, surround him with talent. It's really about building a culture, right? I think that oftentimes that's more important than the X's and O's necessarily, right? Now you have a general manager, president, who are going to get you talent. But I like JJ Redick. I like LeBron James. Here's what gets annoying to me. As soon as JJ's hired, we hear LeBron saying, "Oh, well, it wasn't me that was pushing for it." Dude, stop. This is where you get annoying. Everyone knows that you push for this. Everyone knows that you get everything that you want. And again, I'm not saying that it's wrong. It's LeBron James. But, dude, stop with this playing both sides of the fence. You're not going to convince us that this wasn't you. Because guess what? J.J. Redick has never coached an AAU team. He just walked in and got the Lakers job out of nowhere from ESPN for no reason. No, dude. Eat it. You have to own it. LeBron, I love you, man. But no, you have to own it, because when this goes sour, you don't get to blame everybody else. We blame you because you did this. So do not deflect now, dude. Do not. That's what gets me annoyed.
We're not stupid, right? AB, how many times does the crew talk about things we're going to do here on the show, or things we're going to do in September? You talk about things, and you're telling me that back when the podcast company was discussing them doing a show together, this was never discussed? Of course it was.
Everything LeBron does, everything is 3 steps. And again, I'm not being negative about it. Dude, you've earned it. You're LeBron James. But you're almost 40 years old, dude. Stop with this, man. You've got to own it. You have to own it, dude. Quit being a kid.
Maybe he's going to be the next head coach of the Lakers, and he's just letting JJ buffer him until he retires. By the way, shout out to Liddy, 4 years, $50 million. Thank you. Chat's always taking care of us. I agree with AB, DG, as I come over to you. It's just a bad look to have the podcast. And we're also talking about one of the 2, in my opinion, marquee franchises in the entire league, with the Boston Celtics on the other coast. I think it's a bad look and they're going to spend a ton of money on assistant coaches because they have to. What's your take on this finally getting done?
So the contract is actually 4 years, $32 million. I believe it's $8 million per season. With what Liddy was talking about, I think, is how do you get to 50? It's incentives. And so, yes, that is in the contract, but I don't think it's actually a salary. It is $8 million a year, which I believe makes him top 10 in the league if you're looking at contracts for coaches. But this, you know what? I'm fine with it because JJ is a smart basketball mind. He doesn't have the coaching pedigree at all. But I believe if you're looking for a Band-Aid and possibly a cheap Band-Aid, I think that you can actually bring LeBron back, which I would assume this guarantees you. And so whatever that contract looks like for LeBron, they have to figure that out. But I think that allows them to kind of be coached in a player type level. But JJ is a smart guy. He's going to surround him with smart people. I'm just curious where this goes after LeBron leaves. I think they can buy JJ Redick out, potentially give him a year after LeBron leaves. I don't think it's the worst thing to do, but honestly, I probably wouldn't have went with a seasoned like kind of assistant coach either. And so if you had to give me two different, maybe a James Borrego, or if you're going for JJ Redick, give me JJ Redick because you really don't know what you have in him. And so you might have a diamond in the rough, just essentially because in the end, you're really just trying to please LeBron, just like AB said, which is kind of gross.
And we're going to get back to LeBron in a second. But Soupy, I want to come to you on this topic first. Because I think they needed a splash in JJ Redick because of everything we're talking about is a splash. And let's not forget Darvin Ham. They're still going to be paying him for a minute. They owe him a lot of money. We can't forget about all those millions of dollars. When you saw this today, it's not a surprise, but what was your initial take?
My initial take was they just saw the Boston Celtics win number 18. They surpassed them for most championships in the NBA, and they just wanted to steal the headlines. I know we've been saying that JJ Redick was going to be on this for a long time, and then who knows what happened, why they didn't choose, or why Dan Hurley didn't choose. I think that was part of it. I think they just wanted to kind of entice JJ a little more and maybe even annoy LeBron a little more. But LeBron got what he wanted. And I think that's the most important thing for them right now, because JJ Redick, as long as they put people around him, maybe they'll make the team better. But the roster that they've had the last few years is not good. They have been play-in tournament teams. Yes, they got lucky enough to get to the NBA, the conference finals 2 years ago. But what happened? They turned around and they basically got destroyed by the Nuggets. I think this is just more or less putting it's putting a Band-Aid on a stab wound. I just don't understand it. I don't understand why the Lakers are just trying to make these short fixes. They need to find something more long-term, and maybe you never know. JJ could be a diamond in the rough. Maybe it'll help him if he puts great assistants around him. But honestly, with LeBron, they're going to pay him a ton of money. They're not going to be able to put enough around him. And I just think it's going to be business as usual, being sort of average at best in the Western Conference.
Yeah. AB, go.
Real quick, exactly what Soupy was saying. That's the downside of having LeBron on your team, is that you end up trading away draft picks. You end up trading away your assets so that you could go get the pieces to go win now. Now, it can work, all right? Ask Cleveland, ask Miami. But when it doesn't work, this is what you get now, right? Like Boston built that thing for the draft and made two strategic moves. The Lakers, they have done the complete opposite of that.
So that's kind of where we're at. So, DJ, coming up with what AB just said, I'll come over to you because he's been manipulating LeBron, his contract, for several years to make sure that he's a free agent at the right times. And we've known this was coming for a couple of years when he made this contract, because this was when Bronny was always going to come out of college, no matter what. And that's exactly what's happened. We talked about the other day that Rich Paul, the agent to both, and they run the company that LeBron owns. Oh, yeah, he has that too. Is that money is going to be an issue, which is ridiculous to me. But now that LeBron is going to be an unrestricted free agent and he can do whatever it is that he wants to do, with JJ Redick now as the head coach, leaving would cause a bigger firestorm than anything else. So how does LeBron now manipulate the situation that he has his head coach, and now we have to address the situation with his son?
Yeah, so LeBron has to pick one or the other at this point. He has to pick love of money, or he can pick love of winning. It is not the same. He cannot have both. Like, LeBron is great for what he is. He is older, and everybody sees that. Obviously, his body fails him, but his running mate and AD can't stay healthy either. So he has to choose. All right, do I take the money, which is potentially $40-50 million for a year or 2 years, or do I take a reduced salary? Give him 20, 25, whatever you're going to give him. At that point, you might be able to surround yourself with better players. And so LeBron has to look himself in the mirror and say, hey, what do I really want? Do I want Bronny on my team? And so there's a lot to be kind of left there to figure out. But I think we'll finally see. And I know it's the union that wants to fight, get as much as you possibly can. But LeBron is older. He's an aging superstar. He's still amazing. So he has to figure out, is it the love of money or is it the love of the actual wins? Because he's not going to be able to have both coming up soon.
It's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen anybody in the history of the NBA say when Rich Paul said, we're not going there for not X, Y, and Z. Because, Soupy, what I would do is I would take a minimum salary. The man is already a billionaire. Right. Somebody on Twitter there said, Coach, money always matters. And DG's right. The union likes to keep everybody the rising tides. But guess what? LeBron can do whatever it is he wants to do. If he wants to take $1 million, the league minimum, he can do that. And then I think that would show exactly what Tom Brady did with your New England Patriots, Soupy. That would show that other players, come play with me. I want to win right here, right now. Money's not an issue. I want to play with my son. I want to make this team great. He will not do that. AB, I'll come to you after Soupy. So, Soupy, your take on that.
Yeah, and so he opted out. What he would have gotten this year was $55 million. Is he going to get more than that? Does he want more than that? Or is you, like you said, is he going to take the minimum? Is he going to bring his son in? And is they going to bring a third superstar in? We've heard rumors that maybe Jimmy Butler wants to go to LA. He was at the LA Sparks game, looking at Cameron Brink, like saying that the purple and gold look good. And so that's what he has to figure out. And I'm thinking about Kobe in his last couple of years, respect to Kobe, but he was taking a bulk of that LA salary and the team was mediocre. They had nobody around him. So that's going to be the big thing. Is LeBron going to think about the money, or does he want to have a lasting legacy to win multiple championships in LA, to say he won championships, straight championships in 3 spots? So that's going to be determined in the offseason of what he really wants, legacy or money.
Great take. AB, let me come over to you, big boy. What do you got?
We just talked about the assets, and I'll be very fast. We just talked about the assets in Los Angeles that they don't have, but you don't have them, and you're going to have to spend a first or second round pick on Bronny James. Like, what do you want? Like, this is not going to go well at all. But I do like both of them. Like, that's the difficult part, is I really like JJ and I really like LeBron, but tough.
It all doesn't feel like it fits in the Soupy bowl together. Soupy, let me come back over to you.
And this is not like it's the Eastern Conference where we're talking about how good is really the Eastern Conference. Boston had an easy, road to the finals. This is the Western Conference. This is one with the champions from last year, the Nuggets. You're seeing that the Thunder are getting better with getting Alex Caruso. The Kings are a good team. The Minnesota Timberwolves are looking good. The Mavericks were just in it. This is a tough Western Conference. You have to get better, and I think the Lakers have to get better than just getting someone like a Jimmy Butler. They have to get even better bench depth, and you can't get mediocre guys on your bench, especially with a LeBron that's 40 years old, a Jimmy Butler who's also in his 30s, and same thing with an AD who's injury prone. So they have to do a lot better.
And you wait until June 21st, Soupy, and DG, I'll let you wrap up the conversation. They waited so long, and one of the headlines I saw yesterday was, after an extensive search, they admitted they only talked to Danny Hurley before they offered Danny Hurley. This wasn't an extensive search. This was a LeBron search. So as we move forward, I know there's going to be one vengeful GM out there that's going to take Bronny just to piss off LeBron, and I can't wait for it. Wrap it up for us, DG.
I bet it's somebody in the mid-second round, because once the Lakers go ahead and make their first-round pick, they obviously don't have anything until pick number 55. There's second-round picks that are honestly like you can sneeze and probably get one, just kind of like you catch a cold here in the NBA. But you can get those second-round picks for very cheap. If it was me, I would go ahead and throw in some money and grab the second-round pick in the 40s. Grab Bronny and just hold him hostage, because you know what? They're going to have to make a decision one way or the other. Do we really want this guy, and what can we get for him?
Boy, it's going to be fun to watch this thing play out. There's a lot of people out there. AB, I saw what you wrote in the chat. It kind of does feel like Hulk Hogan in TNA. We forget he went to TNA.
Yeah, it
right?
feels like it's like, all right, we just brought in Dixie Carter. We don't know what we're doing. Hulk's going to take the money.
It does, man. There were some guys. I was there when WCW went down, and all those guys that got all those millions came over to us in the WWE. When they walked in the door, it was like they all walked in together. That guy, $6 million. Goldberg set out because they were taking 50 cents on the dollar, and so he was owed like $10 million if he didn't work. So he said, well, "Why isn't it going to work? Would you take $5 million if you owed 10?" It was a crazy time. They made a lot. If you were the right person, you made a lot of money. By the way, 11 a.m. Eastern, new announcement, BTT. Thank you for that segue, AB. All right, if you were not here at the top of the hour, we are past about 10:35 in the East, 7:35 in the West. We've got a busy day, a ton of best bets, and a ton of tickets to cash. So we'll wrap it up. We go 10 seconds, one nugget or less. It's time for the Whiparound. We like to have a lot of fun here on the show as well. Who's going to go the yard today, where weather has been a topic and will be a factor across this great nation of ours? Here are our choices. You can also go to the X and vote and let us know who you think is going to go the yard today. Royce Lewis, Adalis Garcia, Marcelo Zuna of AB's Braves, Gunnar Henderson, our favorite player here at DTL, and, of course, the bear himself, Peter Alonso of the suddenly hot-hitting Mets. So, the man from the dirty. Charles, let's bring you back in. Who's going to go to the yard today?
I'm going to go with my boy Royce Lewis against Joey Estes. I'd already he was going to be an honorable mention, so glad to see him on the list as well. Honorable mention would be your boy Jack Peterson if he starts. So he's had some good success against Taiwan, but for show purposes, Royce Lewis plus 275.
Did you say my boy Jock?
I may have.
Of the Giants? Boy, you guys notice the little things that Charles is throwing in lately? The man's starting to feel himself a little bit.
1-2 Ukraine.
What am I saying? What am I saying? Case and freaking point. AB, who's going to the yard today?
Royce Lewis of the Twins. Looking sharp right there in those Minnesota Whites. Number 23, number 1 in your heart. Going Lewis, baby. 275.
God, I'm having fun today. All right, 2 for Lewis. DG, where are you going?
Yeah, I'm going to go Gunnar Henderson here at plus 325. He's going against a rookie in Jake Bloss, so I think that he can get one out. But if I had to give an honorable mention, just like in the chat, somebody just gave Kyle Schwarber. The wind's blowing out to right in Philly, so put that thing up in the air and let it roll.
Oh, Schwarber has been red hot for the Phillies lately, hitting the long ball. Soupy, talk to me.
Let's go with the heavy juice with the Grimace Mets. I'm going with Pete Alonso today.
Okay. Right.
I almost put Grimace as the picture on the list.
Did you guys see? You talk about a lot of you out there are probably too young to remember Mike Francesa, but he was a New York radio legend. But he was the most old curmudgeon of all time. He tried to play into. Did you guys see this on Instagram the other day? He went through the McDonald's drive-thru and tried to do a funny bit on the whole Grimace thing. It was like a lead balloon.
No.
It did not do.
Oh
it was
my
terrible.
God.
Look it up. It was terrible.
I can only imagine.
I don't even think he knows how to post. What are you doing on Instagram? You don't even know how to post, Francesa. You're 85 years old. Stop it. Stop it. A lot of you in the chat already letting us know who you think's going to hit today. You guys are active. I like it. I like it. A lot of energy day on this Friday. So we go through every single pick here on the show. 1 nugget, 10 seconds or less. And we've got 2 more Euro games to cash today. Noon Eastern, 3 p.m. Eastern time. So, Charles, let's start with you.
Austria, Poland, both teams to score. Lewandowski's back for the Polish side. Then Netherlands, France. Netherlands, first half team total over 0.5, and the both teams to score.
We'll see if they pull Lewandowski out like England pulled out Harry Kane The only man who scored for them yesterday. What are you doing? DG, talk to me.
Yeah, I got the walks parlay at plus 140. Taiwan Walker, Trevor Rogers, 2+ each. Both guys have been going very well with giving up the walks. They're going against teams that are drawing walks at a high level. I expect both these guys to get the 2+ here.
All right. Follow my man on social media. He routinely will post other parlays there from time to time. You never know. Turn on those notifications. Soupy, you're up.
If the books are going to keep giving us 5.5 for these Oilers-Panthers games, we're going to keep riding the over. I love the way the Oilers are playing offense right now. And the Panthers, they have been able to score goals in the last game. And then Dodgers facing a mediocre Angels pitching staff. They were hot in Colorado, even without Mookie Betts. Continue that tonight.
I'm telling you right now, I'm not a huge hockey guy, but when you cash early second period like the other night and you can just enjoy it, it was one of the best games I've ever watched. And tonight, the atmosphere in Edmonton, it's going to be off the charts. You guys cannot miss this game or cannot miss cashing that ticket. AB, bring us home.
Phillies race to 4 runs plus 105. Royals, Rangers, both teams to score 3+ runs, also at plus 105. And then plus 1,005 for a home run today. Grimace with his Mets hat, looking sharp. Look at him. He doesn't know what side the glove. He's got his glove on backwards. That's because he's only worried about mashing. But yeah, Phillies 4 runs, Royals, Rangers.
I feel like that's kind of how DG would have wore his glove back in the day in his beer league softball game. That's how I feel he would have been. Speaking of that, DG, do we have a hockey crew exclusive today or no?
Well, funny you say that. It's already live. It's in your feed. Crew exclusive. It came out early this morning. Shout out to AB for churning and burning.
That's what we're all about. If you're not a member, I can't help you. By the way, we'll have another mini episode, crew exclusive, posted in about 30 minutes. More picks from the best crew in the game. If you're not a member of the crew, and also you may or may not have an opportunity to be a part of a new crew today as well. I'm just saying. Gentlemen, as always, great freaking job. Have a great weekend. Stay busy on social media, and we'll see all of you next week. But AB, we got to wrap things up. It's time for the closing bell. It's so nice to see Bob's picture up there every single day. Makes me feel good. Where's the crew going today, AB?
Makes me feel good as well. They're going with the Oilers money line, minus 120, feeling the Oilers pushing into a game 7, which would be fantastic, man. Stanley Cup final, it always delivers. So there you go.
You know, next week, AB, we'll have no more college baseball. We'll have no more hockey. The only NBA stuff to talk about will be LeBron James. It will literally be the dog days for the next 2 months. We got to start looking forward to football, huh?
We do. I think we're only, what are we, like 58, 59 days away from the NFL? I'll tell you this right now.
Yeah.
Clear the air. If you want an NFL bet that you could place right now.
Okay.
Week 1, Titans and Bears, under 43.5. Titans have a brand new coaching staff, a no Derrick Henry, who was 100% of their offense, a second-year quarterback going up against the Bears, who have a rookie quarterback. None of these teams offensively know what the hell they're going to be doing out there. They might figure it out during the year, but in week 1, I assure you, no one's going to have a clue, and no one has an offensive line. So take the under 43.5 because the Titans do have a defense. That's the problem, is that they could shut the offense down and it could just be a mud fest on offense. Under 43.5. You can go ahead and rip that one because week 1, it'll be 39.5.
I can already foresee what my attitude would be if I bet this, and futures in my queue, as I like to call it, it'd be like a blinking red light for the next 2 months, AB, and I'd be telling myself on July 28th, why the hell did AB talk me into betting an under on a week 1 game 2 months before the season? That's what I would say to myself.
No, you're right. Right. So what you do is whenever you open an account with a book and choose whichever one you want, and that's only your futures book, and you never open it and look at it unless it's a future so that it doesn't bother you, it doesn't mess with you, and you just let that one sit by its side. Because trust me, I've been right there too. It's annoying.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You literally just saved my life. You've saved my life. AB, great work this week. Get some rest. Going to be a busy weekend in the series in Omaha. Well done, sir. And we will see you very soon, okay?
Thank you, sir.
All right, producer man, thank you very much. By the way, Big Cheesy says Coach was probably bad at baseball. Look it up. All-State big boy. 2 times at first base. There was nothing I wasn't good at. So just stop it, Big Cheesy. You can't get one over on me. You just can't do it. All right. Quick reminder, hockey show, crew exclusive. New crew exclusive coming up in 30 minutes. New episode Behind the Turnbuckle later today. We've got a brand new announcement coming up at around 11 a.m. Eastern time. Follow us over there. We never stop grinding, and we all do it together because that's what this is all about. So with all that being said, it's time for you to go out into the world. Enjoy yourself. Pay it forward. Be kind to one another. Take care of each other. Be honest with each other. It's the only way that this will work. And understand this. There is only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. Come on, Tiger. Love him. My man from the Dirty Charles. Man from Memphis, Tennessee. DG. Best beer in the game, Soupy. Oh, can't do without my 5-tool player, AB. Producer man, always grinding behind the scenes, and I am simply the coach, trying to keep this train on said track. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's truly what we're all about every single day right here at Driving the Line. Good luck.